B2B sales isn't a skill you can just pick up by attending a workshop. It takes practice, dedication, and time to master. The problem is that the training most salespeople get isn't effective. Over 90% of workshop and seminar content is forgotten within 30 days. However, there is a better way. Unlike other sales training programs, our Momentium system combines traditional teaching techniques, an interactive sales simulator, and video conference coaching. Allowing salespeople to learn and practice new skills is what sets us apart from other training providers. Our training programs have proven to be more effective than any workshop or seminar. We improve sales forces, guaranteed. Each week, your salespeople will complete one training module, which consists of several lessons and simulated sales calls. Each module requires learners to learn new concepts, practice those concepts in simulated sales calls, and confirm their understanding in recap sessions and video conference coaching. First, the Coaching Academy contains short, interactive, and focused lessons that will teach salespeople the skills and techniques they need to be successful. We devote time to core concepts and advanced tools every salesperson needs to know. Every concept is delivered one at a time, ensuring salespeople have a chance to practice concepts before moving on to new ones. After learning a new skill, salespeople must complete a series of 3 lifelike sales calls where they open, develop, and close a deal.
Christy, what do you think is the single biggest development opportunity for your sales force?
Our team members are tech experts who traditionally relied on their tech knowledge to sell. More and more, we are dealing with non-IT people who need a different approach.
Momentium provides learners the opportunity to put techniques into practice immediately. This develops better habits leading to greater sales success. After successfully completing the sales simulation in each module, you'll review the key factors that led to the success in those sales calls. This guided reflection is crucial when it comes to creating long-term mastery. Beyond being the most effective sales training system available today, organizations that use Momentium enjoy several other benefits as well. The online training lets us track and record activity within each module. We use this information to benchmark your team's performance and show you how each of your salespeople are improving.
I would like to introduce our second keynote speaker, Ms. Hina Shahid, who is a result-oriented and highly driven individual possessing over 8 years of diverse experience in the fields of marketing, product development, and retail, which have aided effectively in formulating and building the brand HOBO and business strategy. She is currently associated with Hub Urban Brands for the last 6 years and working as the business and creative head at HOBO, leading a team of more than 40 individuals. Hina has managed to successfully revamp the brand from scratch. She's been driving the strategic transformation agenda and creating an impactful retail and social media presence. She also has, to her credit, increasing sales of HOBO products by 64% in the year when HOBO's first flagship store was launched. Her business degree, the passion to create, and a drive to take charge in this ever-changing industry makes her enjoy all the challenges. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Hina Shahid, hope all is well with you and your family. Hina, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. So we were chatting just before the pre-conference conversation.
Yeah, long time no see.
This is not that long, eh? But yeah, so all the best with you, Hina. We are equally excited to hear from you and learn from you, especially the retail industry. I think that's the perspective which is, it's going to be you're going to bring a great perspective. And to add to Hamza's point about, how the retail, the challenges it has faced in the last 120 days so far, right? So all the best. And now I'll put myself into backstage and leave you with your keynote. Thank you.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I think thank you so much, Afan, for introducing me the way you did. And it's really nice to be here, as if this is the first time I'm doing this. So I hope I do it right. So basically, my topic is reimagining go-to-marketing strategies. I will be taking you through the current scenarios, what exactly is going on, then the challenges being faced, and what is the way forward. So, first and foremost, I would like to say that many of us had created a life which we didn't really need a vacation from. Well, some of us there. But bam, here comes COVID knocking at our doors. Initially, things became extremely erratic and nobody could really make out what to do or how to proceed forward. But the world is now learning how to live and create opportunities for themselves. So, as I said, that I will be talking about current scenarios, the challenges, and the way forward. So basically, I will be specifically talking about the retail industry. So the retail industry has seen a massive shift in just a few weeks, months, or due to COVID-19. From consumer behavior and spending patterns to navigating a new normal, retailers must look ahead and online to find success. Innovative supply chain solutions, creative and compelling marketing strategies, and a continuously evolving customer experience will light the path for retailers as they navigate a world after the pandemic and, of course, during the pandemic. Retailers have to adjust their offline and online operations to combat the spread of coronavirus, respond to changing consumer behavior patterns, and retain a fragile customer loyalty. Retailers need to have a trustworthy, powerful, and reliable inventory system for not only their websites but also their brick and mortar stores, which is capable to cope with sudden spikes in demand, keep delivery schedules stable, and track all product information, exact delivery days, timely and actual data on the product stock and leftovers, and obviously working the store, how the stores and the warehouses are working. During the turbulent times, customers need to have transparent and reliable information on products they are buying. They want to stay reassured, comforted, and informed. Because at the moment that they want to know, okay, whatever they're ordering, they're getting it or not, at the right quality or not. What time? What are the timelines? What are durations? Anyways, we can speak about this in the going forward, moving forward. So, what are the challenges? Well, the challenges for retailers are obviously that for the people who have non-essential businesses, at the moment they're in dismay. They're struggling with inventory carrying costs, rentals, and other expenses. Then there are supply chain issues. Some of the retail stores are still shut down because of certain lockdown in certain areas. Some are running, but obviously the customers are still not, very comfortable in going to a retail store and buying the products. So basically, everyone is currently learning, how to proceed forward in the social distancing environment. So, but the main challenge every retailer is facing is understanding the customers, because the way of thinking, it has completely changed the way the customer is thinking at the moment. So we need to understand what exactly the consumer psyche is at the moment. Like basically, we need to understand the nation's psyche during crisis and what's critical to reaching consumers navigating the pandemic today. Let's peer into consumer mindset. For example, they're thinking emotionally at the moment, not making decisions on rational fashion. They're not buying impulsively. Consumer purchasing power is on a decline due to pay cuts, necessity purchase. People want to save, They have no social meetings, so why should they buy any non-essential, etc. Businesses need to understand that the personal effects will be long-lasting. For businesses, customer retention is now extremely difficult. Now, in front of them, the true heroes, basically the customers, for customers, the true heroes are the doctors, nurses, police, employees, delivery drivers, truck drivers, etc., who are making their lives better in this pandemic. Now, in this scenario, what should the companies do? While the inclination may be to go on defense by blasting out discounts, the first and foremost, the better move would be to figure out how to reach your customer in a meaningful way. When people are tightening up their wallets, now it's the time to tell a story of our brand's value, leadership, willingness to break the old way of doing business, and ability to have some perspective during this pandemic. It can vary by a retailer's category or its customers' expectations. Right now, the biggest disaster is not that you're going to miss a volume in the second quarter. The true disaster is to strike a tone that seems out of touch with consumers' reality. All the tools of retailing have been thrown out of the window. So now you need to think differently. Need to think the way your consumer is thinking at the moment. So make your communications which are in accordance with current scenarios. Example, you can come up with a content saying, working during quarantine is like casual Friday every day. Things you can do at home, like for example, learn a new skill, exercise, take online courses. You tell them that, yeah, listen, we're in this together with you. So any text used in the product communication should have an emotional connect as per the current scenario. Take out a video showing that your efforts you are making to safeguard not just your customers but also employees, by showing them wearing masks, gloves, how they're proceeding forward with your deliveries, and how they're taking care of you at the stores as well. Even the delivery people, whoever they're coming, how the measures they're taking, precautionary measures they're taking in order to bring the product to you. So what should the companies be doing internally simultaneously? So basically, there are certain areas that they need to focus on. For example, product assortment and packaging, digital marketing, merchandising, logistics, partnerships, and customer service are among the areas in which companies must develop capabilities to succeed in e-commerce and brick-and-mortar stores in emerging markets, so that they can proceed forward in a better manner. For example, products, at the moment your products should be, up to date and trendy, with offering something which is that it's more that it was before. For example, having outstanding features, good variants, right spot on the taste of target audience, durable, available, whenever it's required. Advanced assortment can be planned if it's possible at the moment for a retailer to meet the customer demand. Another very important factor is pricing. For example, pricing should be basically in accordance with the current scenario. If your product is not a necessity, then you need to revisit the prices in order to remain in the market. Customers these days are looking for offers with good value for money. So you can't have an exuberant price and expect your customer to buy it. And you cannot come up with a product and think that, oh, it's the best, but your customer may not agree with it. So at the moment, it's very crucial for you to find the right mix, be it the product mix and the price mix. One thing also retailers are facing issue these days is to have a strategy online and offline. Many brick and mortar retailers face pricing dilemma. Basically, if a company sets certain pricing strategy at a store and which is not similar at the online store, so obviously one area suffers. But at the moment, you need to see that where you need to use that sort of strategy, which is obviously e-commerce, because people are more inclined of shopping at your e-commerce store. So, some of the ideas could be like completely shift the selling of low price merchandise from brick and mortar to your e-commerce, because over there you may find customers who are looking for better offers. Then giving mini promotions to untapped markets, like for example in the interiors. Example, you give 20% on the first purchase of the to the people from, let's say, somewhere in interior, let's say Rahim Yar Khan, or you have somewhere from Dadu, a customer a city where you haven't as yet gone and tapped yet. So you can give a certain percent discount town wise or interior wise, and do targeted marketing. You can come up with special deals only for the website, like bundle deals like that. Then different sale timings for both platforms can work as well. Like you have sale online at the moment and you don't have it at brick and mortar store. But that is also a bit, tricky at the moment, because already your brick and mortar stores are not doing that great. Another very important factor is that though you may have a good pricing strategy, your product may be great, but your supply chain and logistics is not that great. So then obviously it will kill the purpose completely. So you need to rethink your distribution model. You need to have the right product at the right place at the right time. So focus on fulfillment model with new points. For example, if your e-commerce site is picking up a certain article from certain area or certain store, you can use other stores for similar articles or sizes as well, so that your customer can easily certain number of sizes can be easily available at the your e-commerce site. make an effective supply chain process for online, work on advanced sales forecasting, which is very necessary, I think, at this point of time. So basically, customers, what they require is at the moment is, one-to-one personal selling, which is contactless. And also what the companies require at the moment are people who are willing to do that, because it is very necessary to have a good connect with your customer to make them understand that the product they're buying is a good investment. So invest in good people for your organization at the moment who are willing to, connect with the customers, talk to them, understand their queries, understand their issues, and, be at their service. Then reimagine customer experience. Like, for example, what type of customer experience do they want now? It cannot be similar what it was before COVID. It is different. You need to invest more. So it is very important to do consumer profiling, segmentation, especially more and focus when, especially when those customers are your e-commerce customers. So create a better experience. I'll give you an example. What I face is that we have come across customers who are not that tech savvy. They haven't actually ever bought anything from website, because they're actually coming they are from different areas of Pakistan, but they would love to buy the product, but they need help in actually going through the process of till the checkout. So what you can do is that you can make up tutorials for them. You can make tutorials for them, put it up, and then help them out in that way. You can make customer interaction center and omni-channel, basically, which is very important these days for everyone, which has call centers, web chats, WhatsApp, emails, social media interactions, and basically an integrated CRM a company needs to have right now. There's a cloud technology which is also somewhat in the horizon, when I don't know, like not many people when it's going to come completely to Pakistan, but it's going to be very essential, where you can actually share the data with each other, and I think it's going to be extremely beneficial. But at the moment, I think it's very important to have a connect with your customer through these channels. You can have, you can find the current customer service with advanced call distributions. If there is only one person who's tackling with customer, you can have 2-3 more people on board to tackle with your main or more and more customers, giving a call to your VIP customers, or giving a call to those customers who are frequent buyers and asking them about the product, did they like the service or not, and getting their feedback, getting customer insight as much as you can. Having said that, also, and since many retailers now have good presence on the Instagram and Facebook, so they can do the personal selling through Instagram and Facebook as well. Especially for those customers who are not that comfortable doing it on through your website. That's one of the things can happen as well. So basically, increase the efficiency of your departments who are currently part of your e-commerce, so that they can help out with facilitating the customers. And obviously, you have to really understand the behaviors and needs of your customers. So since I've talked more about e-commerce, let's talk I would like to talk about about brick and mortar stores as well. So what's the experience? How can you make a different experience at the brick and mortar stores for the customers? So basically, first and foremost, it's focus on health and safety. You have to take those measures to make them comfortable to come to your store and easily shop there. Encourage social distancing, make dividers at the checkout. Offer home delivery, they can just call you up, or maybe call your head office, and then you can offer them home delivery, if they're nearby at your stores. Let's say if you have a store at Dolmen Mall, Clifton, and let's say that person is somewhere nearby, so you can easily drop the whatever they want at their house. So it's pretty easy. That you can also introduce an app through which, if for example that certain store, they can easily drop off at certain localities which is near to that mall where your store exists. Then there's a curbside delivery. At the curb you can just park your car, and someone from the store can come and give your shoes or your apparel or whatsoever, whatever you want to buy to you. Then other ways for brick and mortars is that you can, connect through WhatsApp. You can send catalogs through WhatsApp, and that's how they can actually select the product, and they have already a product in mind, and they can pick up from certain areas, like certain ways from curbside delivery or whatsoever. And then, obviously the follow-ups can be done by your store staff through phone calls in order to know that everything is fine with the product, or would they would like to check out the new collection. There's also could be one thing which is not yet, I believe, introduced in Pakistan, which is, contactless payments. Like, for example, paying through Apple Pay. It's not yet introduced, but it's something that should be, because now more and more customers would not want to, give their cards or money. They just want to just pay through their phone, and that's it. So let's see when that happens. I would like to come back to the website. Your website needs to be, optimized. The page needs to be fantastic. The product, the description, everything has to be just amazing for your customer to have a fabulous experience that they need to buy, because this is a time that you really need to entice the customer towards the product. So it has to look good on your website, and you have to have the clear pricing. You have to have the clear description. You can give as much information as you can to your customer on the website, so that they feel comfortable in buying that. You can have a size chart. They don't really have to find a way to contact you in order to know that acha ye mera size hai ya wo mera size hai. You have to have the clear pricing, the clear delivery instructions कि अच्छा मैं अगर अभी order करूँगी तो मुझे इस दिन मिलेगा. And you have to, you can also come up with personalized product recommendations as well. So you can also communicate, through banners, through a very nice imagery. The visibility has to be really good, where you're, talking where your product can be seen. But also you have to keep in mind that, you need to align that with the current scenario. It has to have an emotional connect. Some of the promotional ideas I came up with, and during my research and everything, which I would like to share with you guys as well, is that whatever, like for example, I've talked about already, that you need to create a personalized relevant content that would work wonders at the moment. You can create quality content to engage as well, and then ultimately convert the new and existing customers. Influencer marketing will work a lot in this scenario through bloggers, with whom the customers have a personal connect. And then obviously email marketing is something that you can, do a lot, in which you can also send them about how to proceed forward in this sort of scenario. Target industry-wise as well. Like, for example, you can give special discounts to doctors. You can give special discounts to, bankers or students. You can build up these mini promotions as well and target industry-wise, so that, you can encourage them to buy from you. Then there are a couple of, e-commerce ideas as well. For example, you can capture the abandoned carts. For example, I tell you what the concept is. Like, for example, somebody comes to your website and they, scroll around, they actually select a product, but they don't buy it, or वो cart में रखा हुआ है. So what you can do is that if they do abandon the cart, you can, without buying it, you can actually follow them wherever they're going, being a pest basically. And what you can do is keep on showing that product to them, and then offering them a certain discount. For example, if the customer adds something to their cart, then goes to the cart page and then decides to leave the page, a pop-up will appear offering them a discount that if they purchase within the next 4 hours or day, they can they can actually avail a certain discount. So this way they would be enticed to actually buy the product. That's one of the thing. At the moment, I think the marketers really need to understand that, where do they want to actually spend their budget, on the ATL activities, which at the moment may not work, or on, remarketing and SEO on the website. So because at the moment, you can actually have more results by actually, spending more for your e-commerce site than for your brick and mortar store. So that's one thing that we really need to understand. Send good contents to our subscribers to entertain and engage them and keep them in loop with us. You can start a referral program in which you can generate a code that a customer on his or her purchase will get and can give it to his or her friends. This way, whenever the code is used, the customer will get a credit amount of certain rupees which he can use in the next purchase. So it's also, you're actually attracting new customers as well, and also giving a benefit to your old one. YouTube marketing always works. Suggested videos and all that. Specialties only for website can work. One thing is very important. Then, at the moment that you must have seen, you are having virtual meetings, you are having virtual interviews, you are having virtual hangouts, tea parties, whatsoever. So why not have virtual meetings with your customer by offering them giveaways? It's beneficial to tap new markets, understand them, get to know them, to what they want, how they're feeling during the scenario, and then likewise make your strategies. You can make different online ads for customer as per their demographics, culture, cities. You can focus more on user generated content as well. For example, if someone is wearing your product or someone is using your product, you can ask them to share their reviews, and then you can share that with your customers to really help them in understand, yeah, so you can buy it as good value for money. You can have a branded hashtag that can go on, and then you can encourage people to just keep on posting something via that hashtag, and then can get famous, and then that's how people will get to know you more. You can start off a loyalty program just for your website or just for your brick and mortar store, just to encourage more sales at a certain platform. You can try and capture new customers by sending some free samples or something that you have in your inventory which is lying there for some time now, but just to check out that how it work with other customers, because customers do like free gifts at the end of the day. So any product that you have, and you can just send it to them, and you can ask them to check them out for you, and that way they will get to know your brand also, and maybe have very good feedback for you. So, and you can, the key thing over here is that you can build a relationship with them. So these was a couple of ideas that I had I had found and obviously researched, or somehow some of them I came up with by myself, so that could maybe help people out. But having said that, I would just say that okay, I know the times are pretty for some people seem bleak, but one should always try to find an opportunity in any time, or what if in any way you can create your own opportunity. So nothing, like the quote says, is more expensive than a missed opportunity. So that's about it from my end. I hope I was able to give some good insights and some good ideas. So thank you so much
Hey,
for listening to me.
Hina, you want me to stand up and clap for you? Because I can do that. All right. So wonderfully done. This didn't feel like the first time at all. I didn't know certainly that it was your first time.
I think
So
you're too sweet, Khan. I think you're very sweet. You're too
no,
sweet.
I'm being honest. I think it felt like almost motivated me. If I was a retailer, you told me all the good things, all the positive things, all the opportunities that anybody in from the retail can grab right now and build upon it if they have it. And all the retailers out there right now, I think you should. There's this recording is going to be available. You should listen to what Hina was talking about and be hopeful and be positive. I think if you follow what she talked about, I think these are all great points. You talked about customer psyche, because you really you don't know what the customers are thinking right now, and how do you emotionally connect to your website through social media marketing, pricing. I mean, the list goes on and on. I just kept writing. I'm like, boy, oh boy, she's got so much to bring it out, and she doesn't want to stop, right? And then one of the when I was researching your topic earlier on in order to get myself up to speed, I noticed that in U.S., according to the U.S. Source I was reading, and it says May's, for the month of May, the retail surges past expectation in the U.S. market. And guess what? In the clothing accessories, it was up by 188%. And then 89% for home and office furnishings, right? So
Wow.
that made me think, thinking about the stores like yours, thinking about the stores like J Dot, Kadi, and all those guys, uh, great companies out there because they represent great, the cultural aspect of it as well, right? Um, what are they thinking right now? So I think you just kind of summarized everything into greatly, and I think I'm sure it's a lot of great learning for retailer marketeers, right? So all the best. Thank you very much. We'll catch up with you, Hina. We'll put you back in the backstage.